when they made the switch from the Willing Poor to the CBS Trumpeteers.
What's the first group that you sang with?
The very first gospel group that I sang with was 3 of my aunts and myself.
And you were called?
The Steadman Sisters.
The Steadman Sisters, okay. So that was a family group. How long did that last?
Oh, quite a few years. We were very famous in Baltimore, Maryland.
Were you a cappella or?
No, we had a musician. A young man named E. Shipley Brown played the piano for us, but I have to tell you how that came around. I didn't start singing when I was 3 or 5 or 10 or 8 or 19 or nothing. I didn't start singing then. I loved singing, but I didn't start singing. And when time for me to get singing in my mind, it wasn't gospel. I wanted to be a blues singer.
Who inspired you to do blues?
I think listening to records and different people where I would go.
Did you see any down there, any like Bessie Smith or?
No, I missed that.
You missed that?
I missed all of that, yeah. I knew about it, but I didn't, at that time, I was a little too young. But I did love their music, and that was what I had made up my mind to do.
Did you find yourself in the house trying to sing along with their records?
Absolutely, yes. And what happened, I had met this same person, E. Shipley Brown. He was the musician for us later. And there was another young man in Baltimore played a saxophone. Another young man that was a friend. These 3 men were friends, and they dealt in music. And then we got together that I was going to be a Baltimore blues singer. Like Billie Holiday.
Right.
And
wasn't she from Baltimore?
Yes, she was.
I thought so. Did you ever see Billie?
Yeah, well, when I seen Billie, she was on stage. I never knew her before then. But anyway, I would be rehearsing for my blues that was coming up, I thought. And every time we would have rehearsal, one person wouldn't show up. Either the piano player, the saxophone player, or the guitar player. Looked like one would be missing every rehearsal. And so it just went. But what happened behind that, the church that I was attending called Providence Baptist Church, I sang they had an intermediate choir which I was in. And they disbanded the intermediate choir and put us all on the senior choir. The lady, the musician in the church was the pastor's daughter, Miss White. And she had an affair one Sunday afternoon. And she had asked me and 2 of my aunts that belonged to the church, would we sing kind of like a group, you know? And so we said yes, because we sang on the choir anyway. So she put us together, and we had a beautiful, she called it some kind of extravaganza. It was a nice place she had. But anyway, we sang as a group that Sunday. Not being a group, but sang as a group. That's the way she had arranged her affair. And in the meantime, when it was finished, a lady came up to us and wanted us to come to her church to sing. So we thought about it, and she told us to call her. So then we wanted to know who was going to play for us. So I said, I'm going to call Shipley. We called him Shipley. I said, I'm going to call Shipley. At that time, I wasn't aware if you can play a piano, you can play anything. You know, I just thought he was going to play blues. You know? So I called him, and he came over, and that's how we got started.
That's how the Steadman
sisters started.
Got started.
He rehearsed with us, and we called this lady, and from there we did a lot of singing in Maryland, in Virginia, in Washington, in Philadelphia. We never reached New York.
Did you give up on the blues?
I forgot all about the blues. It went away completely. As far as singing, but I still like blues. But I never sing it, you know, like I used to. I never, go around humming.
Right.
I don't. I never. That went away. But the group sang a long time, maybe about 3 or 4 years, maybe. And I had a very good friend in Philly, Thelma Jackson. She sang with the Vashti Singers. And
she was in Baltimore.
Yeah, she lived in Baltimore. But we was always together. People began to think we were sisters, but we weren't. But we just loved singing so well. Anytime the church door opened with singing, we were there. And it was another young man, a Reverend Horace Ward. He's Elder Horace Ward now. But the three of us, you could always see us in church. We were together so much people thought we were relatives, you know, but we weren't. We just was out. And Thelma had met a group from Washington called the Waldo Singers. And she called me up. She said, Francis. I said, yeah. She said, I met some singers. This man said they're really trying to get a group together to go to the National Baptist Convention. She said, and he told me to get in touch with you. I had mentioned you. I said, can they sing? I said, because they got to sing better than the one I'm singing with for me to go with them, you know. She said, well, after we both get there with them and the others, I think it'd be a nice group. So I said, well, okay. She said, well, I'm supposed to go back on Wednesday night and bring you if you will come, and we're going to see how we sound together. And it didn't sound bad. We went to Washington he was Mr. Waldo at the time, but he turned out to be one of the ministers in Washington, one of the known ministers in Washington, and he was a blind man, and he played the piano. So we went there, and the sound wasn't bad, and we started singing, and we would save the money like singers used to do, and we raised enough money to go to California to that National Baptist. I forgot what year it was. It must have been about 48 or 49, I think.
I see.
It went long then. It had to be about 49. And we went out, we sang around in a lot of cities in between Baltimore.
How did you
Washington.
get engagements? Did Reverend Waldo, did he know people across the country to get engagements?
Yeah, he knew people that could get him engagements, and then he knew a lot of people, you know. And we would sing just about every Sunday, maybe 3 times on. So you know how singers used to sing
3 times.
Yeah, 3 programs.
3 o'clock program, 5 o'clock program, 8 o'clock program.
Right, and we used to sing like that. And it was, let me see. It was 6 of us. All of them dead now. Maybe I should say deceased. But me and Thelma. But anyway, we raised enough money to go to California. We met a man named Mr. Ford. He was one of our great gospel songwriters. And at this minute, I can't think of the famous song he wrote.
What was his first name?
Don't know.
Ford, Mr. Ford.
But he was from Washington, but he's in songbooks. You know?
Okay.
And he turned out to be our manager. Now, through the years before this came up, the Martin Singers used to come to Baltimore.
I was going to ask you, that was your hero,
Right.
Roberta Martin.
They used to come to Baltimore. And it was like a major happening, because if you wasn't at church by 6 o'clock or 6:30, you couldn't get a seat. That's how the Martin Singers were.
How many other Martin Singers? What year are we talking about now?
We back around 1948 or 49.
Okay, and how many people were in there?
Well, they had Roberta. The very first group I heard
Right.
was Roberta, Willie Webb, Robert Anderson, Narcellus McKissick, and Eugene Smith.
No soprano?
All male.
All male? Really?
All male singing gospel. And it was beautiful. I'd never heard that kind of singing before. Now,
And who played Roberta?
Roberta played, Willie Webb played, Robert played a little bit. And she had music to sell with pictures of these young men in short breeches.
Really?